Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum Sir Syakir and friends that watching my presentation today. I'm Nur Ain Syafiqah binti Muhammad Ashari with mentor number H180347 and from class H3 Corporate Entrepreneurship. As shown in the title below, I will discuss about the industry talk gone beyond our shop. This talk is about JD Mas and the speaker is Datuk Bruce Lim On Chung, the director of JD Mas. So, for the company background of this talk about JD Mas. JD Mas is a flagship store of Worldwide JD. JD Worldwide established in 1998 in Beijing, and today JD Worldwide is a part of largest e-commerce retailer, both offline and online company in China. This company also was the third largest in the world. This company covered almost the 7 cities and able to distribute in 31 cities and 100 plus warehouse, cover about 20 million square meter. What do special about this company is that JD Worldwide very strict about the counterfeit product. They only accept product that are original and authentic. Yes, they have a zero tolerance policy over counterfeit product. Plus, with the advancements of the technology in China, JD Worldwide able to distribute logistic delivery within the same day. This is what that JD offer to their customer. As for their retailer, JD provide ways to go beyond our shop. Before we start our presentation, let me introduce a bit about education background of Datuk Bruce Lim On Chung. Datuk Bruce was participate in executive program in ESMT, Berlin, Germany. He also received his Bachelor of Law certificate in Legal Practices CLP from University of London Business School, Haas Business School, University of California, Berkeley in 2015. In 2014, Cheong Kong Graduate School of Business as he took leadership program at Charles Sturt University, where he received his Master of Business Administration MBA in 1990 to 2001. He also had taught law in Malaysia, Singapore and Hong Kong for about 7 years. He had been appointed as Executive Director of Skills Johor STN BHD and Managing Director of Skills Johor. And until today, he still serves in that position. He also has given experience to serve as a confidential secretary to Minister of Transportation for about 2 years. As for now, he is focusing on JD Mas in order to encourage and introduce Malaysia brand to the offshore, especially in China. Okay, for the content and discussion about this talk, we will be discuss on strategic speaker use in corporate entrepreneurship, issue and challenges, motivational factors, strategic company to spur culture and corporate entrepreneur. Then characteristic of entrepreneur company. Okay. Now for strategic that Datuk Bruce use in corporate entrepreneur are do market analysis, prioritize team member, having collaboration within networking. So, by having analysis, it can help JD Mas make the right decision in order to engage with the customer. At this time, also can be seen that from customer engagement, it can create a value of the product and accelerate the percentage of sale. This based on the sale that get by reaching the customer, the speaker highlighted that we could know how and where to promote the product. Next is by having good team member whom can be on board and whom able to communicate and tackling with the merchant and go through together with the complex and difficult tasks. Speaker also emphasized that any action taken that considered should be discussed together within the team member on board. As for example, before JD must go on promotion, arranging the sales, preparing logistic and warehousing, handling payment back to the merchant, they will be discussed again for the next campaign on what to do. Lastly, having a network and assistant to boost company capability should be considered as a key area. As for JD, they got assistant that can support as well as support them in running their business like MDEC, Metret, as well as Ministry of International Trade. This organization can help JD to easily reach out Malaysian brands that have potential to enter cross-border. Okay, Dato' Bruce also said that there are many opportunities provided by government and private sector that able to help a local product to grow. So what you need to do, they just need to grab the opportunity and that provide them for good use. Okay. Next, also discuss on issue and challenges that faced on by the company. First issue that faced is COVID-19. Since this is a pandemic widespread disease, we had practiced lockdown. Since that, JD Mas was faced challenge with borders of country not open, and it became a barrier for them to export a product faster due to the new regulation that applied. But the trends of online buying have been seen accelerated. Secondly, since they provide service to export a Malaysia product offshore, especially in China, they face a challenge by persuade Malaysians to export their brand, because they are more likely to import other country brand and not having broad-minded exporting own brand. They're more likely to stick with the traditional commerce. Thirdly, they also face with issue halal certificate. Since Muslim is not a majority in China, there is no halal certificate in China. However, this issue not stuck there. JD must also take an implementation on doing halal campaigns online by doing live streaming in order to make people aware of halal issue and fix the issue. And last but not least, blockchain issues. So JD Mas aware of this issue. Therefore, they put on strategic to only accept brand that is authentic product and register their trademark under MyIPO. Plus since JD Mas based on e-commerce, they are always aware of hackers that may introduce online payment and make their clients and customer. So this is about safety of the payment. In this talk also mentioned how Dato' Bruce have been motivated in industry. Dato' Bruce has always passion in retailing and rapid accelerated technology. He motivates by how the technology now can be more than just connecting with people. With technology, his passion in e-commerce and e-learning, it makes him motivated to grow in this industry. Not only that, Dato' Bruce also took China as a role model of a benchmark in this retail industry. He first motivated to take China as a role model is during his trip to China back then. He saw the power of JD and become interested in knowing more how JD can combine the technology and serving something to the retail market, both online and offline. He passionate to make a Malaysian brand be known offshore is his mission in order to fulfill the large demand of Malaysia brands and product in China. After that, a strategy company that to spur a culture of corporate entrepreneurship that have been mentioned by Dato' Bruce are applying learning and growth in organization. For example, Dato' highlighted that that the learning of and growing with the team in the organization is the most important than just looking at the sales margin. This is because when the team plays role and give their contribution to the company, it could boost their confidence and their team relationship and having good engagement with them. Next is fostering culture corporate in collaboration with other organizations. The relationship with the logistic company provide JD with the benefit of enhancing customer logistic transport capability and speed and consistent across the supply chain. Lastly, by increasing in market management and the planning is very important process that need to be adapted in the organization. JD must have done their market management by having those skills that can be adapted in the corporate entrepreneur culture, as it's important to create and innovate new product that can be invest in R&D. Lastly, is about characteristics that should have in entrepreneurial. Company are creative. In company, first one is creative, having big vision, ambition, and have networking. That talk that how creativity can improve market segment by brought any new idea to introduce and create demand in overseas. For example, a creative way to promote Malaysian brand have been done by filming of Baba and Nyonya film in IQE, which is China Netflix. That have create demand and new market segment in China, because in the movie has shown China, has shown Malaysian the uniqueness of culture in terms of fashion, cushions, and so on. The SD platform was a creative way to increase a market segment. Besides characteristic that should have in company, as speaker emphasized, that to have a good missions and vision. Having a big vision and clear vision can motivate one company to grow, not only in Malaysia but also all around the world. As for JD Mas, they have clear missions and visions to export Malaysia product to overseas. To conclude, Datuk Bruce is a person who dedicated in his management of entrepreneurial sector, and also he is a very enthusiastic and keen with the new technology that can be used in goods in any sector in a retail industry. Sekian, terima kasih, and thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah, and thank you for listening for my presentation today. Bye.